Titans need to win their fans back. They haven't been all that flash at home. Sunday afternoon underway, and Big Papa with the very first hit-up of the day.
A high ankle sprain, picked up at training yesterday. He is a number of weeks out as the Raiders go down that right-hand side and throw an intercept. And then David Fafita out for 4 weeks at least with a hamstring injury, so they're already without Kinney and Foran, so a tough task for them today.
Indeed, their offload from Chris straight into the clutches of Tom Weaver, and a turnover now turns into a penalty, but they've come with a very positive mindset, the Raiders.
Yeah, great ball movement out to the left, but it is a couple of risky offloads. That one not finding the target as Weaver, whose kicking game in the opening couple of kicks has looked impressive. There are the stars. Fafita was starting to find his best. Pereira still not available. But the Raiders won't want to fall into the trap of underestimating or turning up here a little complacent against this Titan side.
Here is Verrills. Tino on for Campbell Gillard. Hasn't really hit his straps just yet at the Titans, Regan Campbell Gillard. Weaver there, right side, De Groot into the line, and that took a very good tackle. He's a wonderful defender, Strange. 15 metres away from the line. Weaver back to Fasua Malaawi. Weaver's in the game early, 7th match in the NRL. Now Brimson, a dig which bounces up beautifully for both Fermor. They kick before the 5th. The Titans open the scoring.
Just brings the line forward. Nice little short dink. Kick into the in goal. Sat up perfectly. And you can see Kyo Weeks there on the other angle. Caught in the defensive line. Delicate kick from Brimson. Nice work from Verrills, the deception. But Brimson just getting it in behind Fogarty. Just. And it sat up perfectly for Firma.
Ooh, he lost it and regathered. That's a goal, and that is well over a season ago for Tom Weaver. Now you can put down a second. And the Gold Coast lead 6-0. Michael Ennis is putting. And now Fodawaker on to Campbell Gillard. He's got a few stories too about the kid that offered him money to look after his car in Salford. That was one of his best ones. Let Adrian finish it off tonight. Now it goes back to Weaver. A bomb from 35 metres out to the corner of Tamale. The challenge was fantastic from Fafita. The Titans are wound up. They are switched on. They've come ready to play. They're in the game and they lead by 10.
The Raiders shell-shocked. They are getting overpowered and out-enthused. Has been execution superb. Weaver's kicking game has been on point. And Fafita, we'll check if he was onside, both feet, but he just flew above Tamale there.
I have no doubt about Fafita. He's onside. Sami on the outside, maybe a different proposition. Now, do you call him passive when he's in the frame? That's something for the bunker to decide, Michael, but the work of Fafita is
brilliant.
top shelf.
Yeah, he's getting better and better, isn't he? There it is. Try confirms that Tamale just a shallow jump and Fafita just flying above him.
It started with a crisp pass that was intercepted by Tom Weaver, and it's like they lost their mojo with one error. Now Weaver and ball back with this Titan side. Chris Randall in a running capacity out of a scrum, and now Weaver linking up with Campbell Gillard. Titans bench today looks a little better balanced than we've highlighted the last couple of games. Fodawaker with Haas, Jolliffe, Isaac Fasua Malawi back on deck today. Has only had the 7 minutes of footy this year. Brimson kick and chase. He's going to win it as well. AJ Brimson at his best. AJ lights it up. Lights up Seabus. Titans third try.
The Raiders, you can see their Weeks just caught at the ruck. And that moment, straight away, went straight to the left foot. He's got great speed. Chips over the top, gets a great bounce back. You can see Weeks there trying to cover the ground. Couldn't get there in time. Brimson up. But again, the little deception at the ruck that just moved Weeks, then found Brimson from Verrills over the top of Starling. And on the back of another error from the Canberra side, AJ Brimson, who needed to stand up today in the absence of Campbell. No Foran, no Kinney.
Punctuated by injuries at different times, hamstring and the like, but when he's on song, he's beautiful to watch. Weaver, third kick of the day. It's like a stinger. Puts it over. So the unbound Starling at the back of the scrum picked it up. Now Nicholson with it. This back row for Canberra between them. Nicholson and Young, the back rowers. 9 tries this year. And nice exchange here. Fogarty to Strange. Overlap is there. Speed to finish it off. Tamale goes over for the Raiders. The Titans made to pay for a mistake this time. And Canberra's first points of the day.
Well, this is slick work. Great ball playing. Smithies, Horsburgh. Fogarty out to Strange. And Tamale. Great athleticism on the outside of some pretty ordinary defence there from the Gold Coast side on their right edge. Certainly not connected. Some going in, some going out. And in the end, Tamale on the back of an error from Jolliffe. Change of the middles from Hasler. Taking off Fa'asul Malawi and Campbell Gillard. And Jolliffe comes up with the error.
So Raiders with the ball. And this is how quick play resumes.
Here we go.
Now. No break. Hosking with it. Raiders, can they close in on a second try? And then it is absolutely game on. Fogarty, inside Mariota. Good contact, Jolliffe. Titans goal line defence on show here. Starling, left side, Fogarty. Beautiful ball. That is wonderful. Hudson Young running off Morgan Smithies. That is old-fashioned English forward ball play.
In this Raiders side, the ball from Starling was a beauty. But that there from Smithies and the trust from Hudson Young to hit that at full speed. It's a courageous line from Young, but he trusts Smithies. And they just breeze past. Young breezes past Tom Weaver. Look at this, just straight through the tackle. No stopping there from Fa'asul Malawi, Isaac. And Hudson Young, his 6th try of the season. And you see that the Fafita's out, Campbell's out, no Foran, no Kinney. And all of a sudden, as we see, Fogarty had the extras.
His 10th carry, would you believe? Adam Mariota there for the Raiders. Starling left, Smithies, Fogarty, straight run, Raiders, Strange over, the Raiders!
Titans under the blowtorch. It's the ball playing of the Englishman Smithies again, but great deception. Played away from Young this time. A lot of focus on the form of Hudson Young. They play away from him, Fogarty, and then coming back on the inside. A powerful and charging Ethan Strange. Did well to get the ball down. It was a great effort from De Groot. One-on-one stop, body in front, but the power, the left forearm. And now it's Strange all on that left-hand side. They're going to work the Raiders.
Great sport, this one, Rugby League. Great sport. A game of moments, all these little moments, all these little turning points we've had in the first half. We've had a bucket load of them. As you'll find the Knights later on today, after a few defeats, needing to aim up. That game coming up from Newcastle later this afternoon. Strange offloading. Mariota with a ball for the Raiders. He's getting big minutes today.
Yeah.
He's backed up the faith of his coach. Starling to Smithies. Fogarty. Weeks. Keeps the game right. Typical. One-on-one. Brimson there to make the tackle. Last it is 11 metres away. From Weeks to Fogarty. It's a standard bomb. Across field. Chris is there. What a catch. Sebastian Chris. He's having his best season in the NRL. He's having impact every week.
And they go straight to work. It was a late pass from Weeks to Fogarty, who steadied himself. Execution perfect on the kick. Landed it right on the try line. And Sebastian Chris, boy, Vossi, what a season he's also having. In career best form, positioned himself perfectly. Put down was just as good. The kicking game of Fogarty impressive, but the form of Hudson Young and Sebastian Chris on this left-hand side has been superb.
Well, I think they've both got 30 points in them, these
Definitely.
two sides. That's the thing. Where do we land? Fogarty with the conversion. So the Raiders have turned around, 16-point deficit. Humankind has advanced in so many areas. Not the scrum. Brimson with the ball. He's 15 away from the Raiders line. Verrills. Haas. Canberra having to lock up the ball here. It could be one offload that produces the try. Tino Weaver, nice play. Beautiful hands, Kelly. Now Fitzgibbon. He's got his first in the NRL. It's a great moment for this winger. He's quite a story.
For Des Hasler. Great ball playing here through the middle from Tino. So too the catch and pass there from Weaver. Once Kelly got on the outside of Savage. Well, you're right, Bossy, given like, we've seen so much of him in the lower grades, and it is a great story. And he's a great finisher, Fitzgibbon. We saw some nice moments in the pre-season challenge, but his first NRL try's a beauty.
Yeah.
And I watched him play for North Sydney at Belmore Oval a season or two ago and thought, well, how the hell has this bloke not played more NRL? And you saw his power carry and yardage and how effective he can be. But this is the area he nails. Fitzgibbon's a great finisher.
Paddy to Strange. Show there to Young. Finds Tamale. Strong. Reddit Weaver. Offloaded. Great play. Paddy over the top. Oh! Hudson Young loses the ball.
Try saver by De Groot. Hudson Young hard to stop that close to the line. Ball playing of Hudson Young, always a threat, but great work on the inside from Fafita. Sami over the top, taking the momentum.
Got around Chris, 15 from the line. Last tackle. Titans must contest this one. Weaver, bomb. It is Savage there. There's a man. Fitzgibbon again. The flying beard for the Titans has put him in front. A star is born about 10 years in the making.
Well, you said Tommy Weaver's having a crack, stepping up the little halfback. And it's the perm to the beard. What a moment for Desi Hasler. A lofted kick into the sun. Does Brimson touch it first? I think he does.
He does.
Stay out of it, AJ. You got to trust him. The flying Fitzgibbon. What a great athlete he is.
I've got a bad feeling about this. In the words of Star Wars, I've got a bad feeling about this. I think Brimson's hand, you spotted it, you called it. I think he's got a sneaky touch on this. And they're as good as dead when they do that.
Yeah,
the reviews
Just looking at knock-on, whether it comes from AJ
It's gone.
Brimson.
It's over. It'll still make his highlights real, but it won't count on the scoreboard.
Timed it to perfection, didn't he? Brimson just didn't see him coming
Ball
on the
strikes
outside.
AJ Brimson's hands, and then Alan Fitzgibbon takes possession in front of him.
Yeah, Fitzgibbon.
It's a shame.
This is a knock-on, and then he takes the ball in an offside
This
position.
game is alive.
They have a decision.
22-20 to Canberra.
Yeah.
Scored straight after time, after half-time. The Raiders haven't looked the same side since.
No. A nice passage of play there for the Titans as well, moving the ball to the right-hand side. The group cutting on the
Alrighty, Raiders with Fogarty to Tarpany. And Campbell Gillard is there. They're all getting a piece of the blood now. The ball goes for Horsburgh. Fogarty offloading to Young. It's advantage Raiders on the back of a Titans penalty. Just a couple of minutes ago, we thought the Titans had hit the front. Horsburgh with the ball. Standing it up from Corey. That's play 3. 15 away from the line. Paddy to Strange. Dummy to Young. Gives it to Chris. Defence holds solid. Weaver's 19th tackle of the day just there. Paddy, they're going to run it straight. Look at this fella. Hudson Young. Bulldozes his way for the line and is claiming the try. Hudson Young is in an amazing form this year.
Paddy hitting Hudson Young when he thought it was going out the back, and then he just went straight to top gear. Saw De Groot in front of him and just marched his way over the top. He is in incredible form, so powerful. And close to the line, Hudson Young, almost unstoppable this year. Scored a ripper of a try in the first half. and gets another. Fogarty wanted it out the back. Haas unable to get out of Marco. That left the Groot on his own. Fogarty now to put them out by 8.
And it is down the Raiders up by 8. And Tino goes around the collar with Campbell Gillard, Paddy, Horsburgh. Oh, up they came on Strange, and he takes his medicine, doesn't try to offload. But we've got a penalty there.
I understand, Sam.
Caused a bit of chaos in the Raiders' defensive line. Here's Fogarty.
Fogarty for the 10-point lead, and that's what it is. Canberra.
That'll do us.
That's it. Well, the contrasting starts to the season of these two clubs. The outcome here with a victory to the Raiders has Canberra sitting 5-2 and their opponents 2-4.